Hey folks, welcome to the Wendling Farms YouTube channel. Thanks so much for stopping in. Before we get this video started, I would really appreciate if you would smash that subscribe. So go ahead and do that. With that being said, let's get this video started. The Wendling Farms fire truck is ready to roll out. So yesterday we knocked out this field. First thing we gotta do this morning is get this combine fired up. I gotta grease the head, drop a couple of stock stoppers. Then we're gonna set this head on the head cart and move to a different field. No need to fill these things up with fuel and DEF first thing this morning, because later on, after we finish up the next field, we're gonna be buzzing by the farm. So we just figured, why bring the fuel tank over here and fill stuff up when we can just stop by the farm later on and fill it up there. Need to get this head on the cart. Got a slow hydraulic leak up here in this area. There's quite a bit of fittings here. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Wondering if I should use a little water off the fire truck to clean that up. See if I can spot out that slow leak. Hopper's folded, auger's folded. Field's changed. Let's get this iPad changed so that when we get to the field we're ready to roll. Switch this to second gear. Let's roll. We got a nice brand new road here to travel on. You get on a nice road and these tracks aren't too bad, but usually going down the road the tracks can be pretty darn rough. And here we go. Starting the day off. The rows aren't matching up, are they? That's because I'm going crossways through here. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm stopping now, I'm gonna back up. There wasn't enough room over here. The CRP is too close to the corn. I'm gonna get this combine flipped around so I can get on some straight rows and let her eat. Oh yeah. Beautiful white corn coming in. So if you watched my last video, you know that we were dealing with some down corn, and thankfully we're all finished up with that, and we're rolling through some good standing corn now. Every single day I go on my VT page and I disable these alarms whenever I engage and disengage. If anybody knows how to permanently disable these alarms, please let me know in the comment section. This auger is so long. Look how far away we are from the truck. Dumping on a truck like this is not my favorite thing to do. It's kind of hard to hit. What I like to do is drop down the spout manually, trickle a little corn in the hopper, just so I know I'm for sure going to be getting the corn inside the hopper and not throwing it over the other side or just making a mess. So this field here is split up by a ditch. So Dad's up there working on that piece. I'm over here working. So we split everything apart. One cart over here with me with 2 trucks. One cart over there with him, 2 trucks. It works out pretty good. I'm flying through this corn here. We're just about done. Had a new right side rotor sensor put in. The other one was only reading about 4.5 volts, 85. It's supposed to read 6.9. So now I'm getting the correct readings here on my rotor loss, and it's probably going to drive me nuts. I do have my sensitivity turned up awfully high. I've been looking behind the combine, and I'm pretty happy with the way everything's working. So we're all finished up here. Now I'm going to take the combine to the farm, get it filled up with fuel and DEF before we go to the next field. Think we can make it across that bridge? I don't think so. It's gonna be a busy one here at the fuel barrel. 2 combines and 2 auger carts to fill up. Good thing I'm second in line. I finally got my gearing off box mounted and, well, Mom cut in line. It's my turn though. Folding 12 row? Nope. Just send her down the road. That's nice having that mounted there. I can see it at all times now. I can just glance over and look at it. Before I just had it sitting in this cup holder. Got good visibility here on the gearing Hoff box. The corn's picking pretty good. Yielding pretty good. Dang, I sure didn't have to go very far to get a pretty good load in the hopper. Getting out of the combine for a little while.
Better make sure I got a tape with me so I know how deep I'm running. Well, good thing I checked. I don't have one with me. So let's go get one. Okay, I got everything unfolded. Now what I'll do is put number 6 here in gear. So number 6 has constant flow. That's for the rolling baskets. Oh, I gotta drop my front disc gang. That's remote number 3. Okay, so that's down. Now I'm gonna go out here and check depth and start ripping. Raise this up. So we fixed this turnbuckle part here on the front of the chisel plow, and that just changes your levelness. And I think I got the front pitched too far down. So in order to do this, I lift this up. Son of a gun.
Let's see what that does. Ooh, that ain't bad. Wonder how deep we're chiseling. Let's get out and check. Okay, so now I'm seeing that this chisel plow is too high on the front end. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but it's got a little bit of a cali lean to it. Need to fine tune that, drop the front a little bit. Yeah, okay. We adjusted it too much. So much easier making this adjustment than it is the other way. That was one full turn. Should we go 2? Let's go 1.5. How's it look now? I should have brought a level with me. It looks like the front's still just a little bit higher up than the rear. I'm gonna adjust it a half a turn, and then we're gonna call her good. What do you think, YouTube? I think that looks pretty good. Now let's check the depth and see how deep we're chiseling. Holy cow. There is not an ounce of moisture being brought up here. This is insane. I have never seen anything like it. It's just all bone dry. Here's how I'm gonna check the shank depth. Let's just make a line right here. Now I'm gonna lift it up, set it on top of the ground, and measure the distance from the ground to that line I scraped on the shank, and that'll give us our shank depth. See my scrape line there? Looks like we're chiseling about 11 inches. Seems like a pretty good depth to me. I think we chiseled 11 inches last year. Shouldn't have changed because nobody messed with the depth. I'm powering everything down because I've got a steering fault. I was trying to get on a guidance line to check the overlap here, and it wouldn't let me engage. So we're doing a power cycle. I'm gonna lay down a pickup line on each end, so I'll make one pass wherever I want to pick up the chisel plow every time I come into my headland, and then I'll snap on a heading and rip back and forth. That's all it takes these days. Turn everything off, turn it back on, and here we go. Drop the chisel. These are the driest conditions I've ever chiseled in. Look at the dust rolling off of this thing. Bone dry. We're gonna make a turn here, go right along the side of that pass, check our guidance, and then we're gonna drop the hammer. I've got the field all scratched out the way I want it, and we're just ripping back and forth now. I've never seen so much dust while chiseling. Leaving a pretty nice finish. I've got everything tuned in and set the way I like it. This thing's ready to roll across some ground. Going through a waterway here, picking her up, dropping her down. Now we just sit back, kick our feet up on the ride pegs, and hang out. Leaving the tractor and chisel plow here. Time to get back in the combine. Just got a moisture report, 12.2. 12% corn on October 1st. Check out this interesting feature. If I click my turn signal on and off real quick, turns on the lights here on my mirror. Look at that. Man, that thing sounds good. Doing our morning service walk arounds. Got to drop the safety stand here on the feeder house because I got to get underneath the corn head. I got to hit 3 grease zerks on each row. Those are daily zerks. Need to grease these carts, tractors. Making our morning rounds. Well, my greasing is done for the day. It's time to shuck some corn. Feels like I just got out of this cab about 12 hours ago. I don't know what's going on here, but the monitor's on. You can see it's lit up there. Now, if I click back, it's hard to see this. Go to toolbox. My backlight, it's at 100%. We're gonna do an old-fashioned key cycle. Let's try this again. Oh, there it goes. iPad, need to turn this on. Oh, good morning. Breakfast. Oh shoot, this darn thing. Oh, I didn't know I was that full. This darn true sight is so sensitive. There was a little bit of a change in some rows and it just darted me over one way. Well, you've seen exactly what happened. I pulled the stick back and that's the first cab corn of the season. Let's see what it looks like up here. A breeze sure would be handy. Then I wouldn't have a big pile on my corn head. Dad and I are making our last through here on this field. I don't think you can see him, he's back there a little bit. You see him back there? Probably not. So yeah, finished up here. Rolling out. So half of this field was sprayed with fungicide and half of it wasn't. Part of me thinks there's not going to be much of a difference, but we're going to find out here shortly. Hello there, Dad. Am I going to run into you here? It's a good question. No, I don't think so. Okay. Back up and turn around. Trying to turn around in these 24 rows that I just knocked out is like Austin Powers trying to turn a golf cart around in a hallway. It's game time, Jeff.
I know, I'm watching.
My Uncle Jeff is a big Cubs fan. Cubs are playing the Padres. Cubs won the first game, Padres won the second. I know this isn't a great trial here, but I wanted to give it a shot, so. The fungicide part of this field was 6 bushel to the acre better than the non-fungicide. It's not a super accurate trial, so take that for what it's worth, but I'm gonna try it again and see what we get on our second run. I don't know what to think. Some years it pays, some years it don't. Every year is different. Just one of those things, you gotta roll the dice. So it looks like on test number 2, we had a 6 bushel difference again. I know that's a pretty unprofessional trial, but that's the information I have and I figured I'd share.
Take me out to the ball game.
Are you singing along to the 7th inning stretch?
No, I'm not gonna sing it.
Well, that's it for this field, and that's it for today. Now I'm gonna blow this whole mess off. Before I go home tonight, I'm gonna grease my corn head so I don't have to mess with it in the morning. Take my filters home so I can blow them out at the farm in the morning. Well, that does it for this video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, click that thumbs up, drop a comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. Everybody take care, and I'll see you later. Huh. I was waiting for the horn. All right, I'm out of here. See you later.